What would you do if a guy calls for an admin in the server?
So then, my game just crashed, that's all.
What would
Can
you
you,
do if somebody called for an admin in the server?
you go to them? Quite a simple
Do what?
question. And then you talk to them, ask
User
what's
left your
wrong.
channel.
And then if they're reporting someone for, like, say RDM or something, you'd go talk to that person and ask them why they're doing it, and all that, and then give them a kick.
Why would you give him a kick?
For if they were RDM, say, put in the kick reason. RDM. So.
Okay. Question 2.
Yeah.
If you see somebody speed past you while you're a cop, and then take a sharp left turn into somebody and kill them, what would you do while it's peacetime?
But if they obviously if wait, it's peacetime, correct?
Yeah, it's peacetime.
Right. So they're running from the police, which is one offence during peacetime, and
I never
then
said that they were running from the police. I just said that they were speeding past you.
Okay, so that would be cop baiting, and then also RDM. No, not RDM, VDM. So then you'd go talk to them. Give them, if it's the same person, say that you kick for RDM, you kick them again and say VDM, and then if you come back and do it one more time, you'd kick them with a ban warning. Come back and do it again, ban.
What if on the third time peacetime turns off?
If the third time and then the peacetime comes off, is absolutely. I mean, is it fine? I don't know. It's not fine.
They say nothing to, or they say something to the character. Hey, I'm gonna run you over later, and then drive off, and then comes 30 minutes later and runs over the character. What would you do?
That would be VDM. So then, obviously.
Okay. It wouldn't be VDM because they had contact with the character.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If they had no contact whatsoever and just get and kill them, then that would be VDM.
Okay. But
Even
like.
if it's one word, it's still contact with the character. You have to always have contact with the character before you kill somebody.
Okay.
Third question.
Okay.
If somebody calls you over and they start lying to you about somebody and what they did, and then the other person comes up and gives you a recording of that person doing the exact opposite. For saying, he calls you over and says, hey, this person RDM'd and stuff, and the other person comes over and shows you a recording clip of him RDMing that person. What would you do in that one?
Well, I would say send me the video clip, and then review the video clip, and then if they actually did RDM or VDM, whichever one you said it was, I would issue them a warning.
Alright.
Is that correct?
I would, personally, it's up to you, but I would say, hey, don't do this again.
User joined your channel.
You are gonna...
Ask him about at least 10 between 16, okay?
You just poked me, but okay.
User left your channel.
Fuck. What was I doing again? You made me forget what I was asking. Yeah.
Okay.
Could you remind me what I was saying if you can even remember?
You were saying, like, if... I can't remember even, sorry.
If, it's up to you. If you think he deserves a kick, you can kick him. If you think he deserves a ban, you can ban him. But one thing I would recommend for you doing a ban, always have a recorded evidence. Because
Right, okay.
if we believe the other person, that can go back to you, and you can possibly get your admin taken away and all your ranks stripped, depending how bad they say you
So
are.
basically record everything.
Basically, every admin
Okay.
situation and all that stuff, so you actually have evidence against you.
Okay.
So you're not in the wrong, and we don't. It doesn't make us look bad.
Okay, yeah.
Fifth question: what would you do if somebody comes up to you and kills you straight off the bat after saying nothing, kills you, and then runs away and kills two other people without saying anything? What would you do? Didn't
Kick
even get
him.
didn't even get their name or anything like that. Just killed you.
Wait, so you didn't have time to get their name, and then they
Yep.
just ran.
Yep.
I'd ask, like, I'll ask another admin that's on and alive to come over to me, tell them the description of the guy, or the potentially ID, name, and then get them to arrive here and then have a look for him and then kick him.
All right. Um. Good job. Question 6. If you're just on duty as an admin, and you see no one in AOP, and the AOP is, for example, Los Santos, you fly around every street of Los Santos and see no one, what would you do?
Do/announce everyone that is not in AOP, move to AOP in, say, 10 minutes, or you'll be kicked.
Alright. And what if they do not do anything in 10 minutes?
Kick them.
I wouldn't say kick, but it's up to you. Alright. Um, it's up to you for that situation too. If you think they deserve a kick for not listening to you, sure, you can go ahead and kick them. But personally, I would say go over to where they are, or teleport to them and say, hey, you need to get to this such and such,
And then they just
conversation. Yeah.
say, okay,
And if they're AFK, then,
leave it.
take and move them to the actual AOP. Summon them, whatever you need to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But, okay. If you think they deserve a kick, then I guess go ahead and kick them. Um, Question 7. What would you do if there's a bank robbery and there's no one responding to it? And it's not peacetime cooldown, whatever. No one
Well,
responds to it.
I'll go into RTO, tell everyone, well, not everyone, what if there's like an officer down or something? Because that's coming priority. Well, if there's
Yeah.
an officer down, I would tell all officers to respond to the bank robbery happening. And then if they don't, I would speak to every single one of them, say, get to the thingy or blah blah blah, And then, yeah.
Negative. If there's a bank robbery happening and there's an officer down,
Yeah.
you turn peacetime on. Or not peacetime. You don't do that. But you turn in progress bank robbery disregard. If there's no officer down, all units are 10-8. No peacetime, cooldown, all that stuff. You turn
Yeah.
peacetime priority. You don't go in RTO. Turn in progress on peacetime.
Which is slash MP.
Yeah. And then you take and do slash announce. Where is all the officers at the bank? You
Yeah.
don't go in RTO and interrupt RTO like you just described, okay?
Okay.
So you got 4 out of 7 right now. Questions right.
Is that good or bad? That's probably bad.
4 out of 15, really? No, it's a 4 out of 10. But 4 out of 7 right now. Okay. Question 8. You got to get 7 right out of 10. Okay.
Okay, so 5, 6. I need 3 more.
Need 2 more right, and you can have 1 more wrong.
Okay.
Question 8. If you see somebody sniping on a hill and kills every one of the cops and stuff like that, what would you do?
No clip over to them. Get their ID. Kick them for using a sniper. If it's against the rules, which it probably is.
Good job. Which you can use a sniper rifle on this server if you're a
Oh,
marksman.
you're mark. Oh, okay.
But if they're sniping on the hill, there's no contact. Unless there's a hitman RP, which I'm pretty sure Hollingsworth is not going to allow. So that'll be RDM.
Yep.
You got that partial correct. I'll let you do that.
So that
Question 9. If Hollingsworth or Kane or me comes up to you and says, "Hey, what are you gonna do?" Like in game was, what are you gonna do about that person now that's driving a armed vehicle, or yeah, an armed vehicle with a weapon on top of it and people shooting just randomly? What would you do
Wait,
about that?
repeat that.
What?
Repeat that for me.
Okay, if me or Hollingsworth or Kane or like either or some shit like that goes up to you
Yeah.
while we're on duty or something like that, okay? And
Mhm.
tells you, hey, can you deal with that guy with an armed vehicle shooting at officers just randomly? Uh, Maybe having contact with him, but not threatening people. What would you do about that?
I'd say yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and deal with that.
You would need to talk to him. You can't kick or ban him because he did have contact.
Yeah,
And I
I
said nothing about peacetime, so you get to choose that.
know. Yeah, I know.
What if he's, like that? Alright. What was the answer for that one again? For you?
I'd say yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and do that. And then yeah.
And if they don't apply, what do you? Yeah, okay. Alright. Question 10.
I
What would you do if an undersheriff, if you're on duty, all this stuff, if the undersheriff, Hollingsworth, comes up and RDMs you while he's off duty, and you're on duty, just randomly, found their RDMs you, what would you do about that?
well, if I'm recording, is there like eyeing this stuff?
Hmm?
If there's like internal threads, I'll take it to that. But I don't know if there is yet.
There's not. And I don't think there is going to be.
Okay. So I would either take that to you or Hollingsworth, because he's the
Well,
founder.
you're the guy that RDM'd you is Hollingsworth. What would you do? Take out the cane?
I
Because
mean, yeah,
if you take out the cane or me, then yes, you were forced to talk to him, but we really can't even do anything about it because he's the founder.
right.
But Kane can talk him down and probably stop him for doing that. But okay. Bonus question. This is for all your marbles, okay?
What does marbles mean?
It depends if you pass or not.
Okay, oh god. Let's get it.
This is probably going to be the hardest one out of all of them.
Oh god.
If somebody calls you over for a guy calling the N word with the R at the end, not the with the R, what would you do about that?
Wait, so say it again?
Okay. If the what if a guy calls you over, needs an admin for a guy saying the N word, and then you take him out of the AOP, try to talk to him, and he just repeatedly says it over and over and over again. What would you do?
Ban.
For what reason?
Being racism and other confidential reason.
Alright. What if he takes and joins back after the ban, after it gets unbanned, and does it again? Over and over and over again. Just keeps coming back to the server and doing it. What would you do?
Ban. What do I have to tell him?
Okay. What if he creates a couple of new accounts, you don't know who it is, he stays off the key after you permaban him, and then he says it out of nowhere, a guy calls you over, and how would you deal with it? Obviously, wouldn't know that it was the same guy. How would you do it in that situation?
I'd IP ban.
You wouldn't know it was the same guy.
Oh right, okay.
How would you do it?
I would I'd drag them and then take them out of AOP. And if they carry on saying it, I'd ban them for a couple hours.
He only says it once to the guy, and he has it not on recording anything like that.
Right. So if a guy doesn't have proof of him saying the N word, I'd say I can't do anything about it unless you have video proof.
Alright. That's 8 out of 11 questions.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, we're gonna have to get Hollingsworth in here, and I'm gonna have to send him this recording after I post it to YouTube, so